Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Cubs Line Podcast. I'm Ryan Dunleavy,
And I'm Ron Zumsky.
and today the Cubs lost in one of the craziest baseball games I've watched in a hot minute. They lose 98 on an Edgar Carroll walk-off home run. I don't know if there was a Cubs game in the past year or two that's made me as mad as today made me. I don't know about you, Ryan. Just terrible two games, really rough series. They're 2-6 in their last 8 games, not playing good ball. They're getting pretty solid production from the offense, but the pitching was really bad this series. But last series, the pitching was great. The offense was piss poor. So you're just playing really inconsistent, bad baseball. So I don't know about you, but today's game really got me going.
Yeah, I mean, my comments on Friday about little brother, they look pretty bad right now. Congrats on your series win. Enjoy this one. We'll see you at Wrigley, but I mean, just I don't even know how to put into words today's game because like today the Cubs lost it for themselves. Like they were so bad with runners in scoring position. Like sure they scored 8 runs, but you had so many opportunities. Like the top of the eighth before the Peters home run, you had second and third one out. I believe it was Dansby who dropped down just a perfect bunt, getting the top of the order up. Nico skies one, and I mean damn near didn't even leave the infield. Bushy put a piece on it, but in that situation you have to get ahead, and he didn't. Um, like today was just piss poor, and just Craig Counsell probably I think his worst game of the year. You know, Hobie Milner's rolling. You put in Phil Matten, who, I mean, has he ever been good in high leverage situations?
No, not once. He has a
Like
10 ERA. He blows.
like he is so bad. Shota had that great outing in Atlanta. Phil Matten comes in and just blows that thing up. Today he comes in with 1 out after Hobie got the first out of the inning. I believe it was walk, single, strikeout, or pop up or something. Oh yeah, it was a pop out, and then obviously gave that home run up to Mr. Savannah Banana. I mean, you're giving up a home run to a Savannah Banana player. Do you think you deserve to be in the MLB?
First of
I
the year.
don't.
First of the year.
Yeah. First of his
Unreal.
career.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I don't think I don't think you should be. No discredit to the Savannah Bananas. They're unbelievable. They're a great show.
love the bananas.
Yeah, love the
I
bananas. We
wanted
love
to
the bananas
clarify
here.
that one
Here
first.
at the Cubs Line Podcast, we love the Savannah Bananas. But if you are an MLB bullpen pitcher and you give up a home run to a Savannah Bananas player, you should not be in the MLB, let alone on a good baseball team. So he goes in, gives that up. Michael Conforto, Mr. Clutch, comes up, hits a bomb. I didn't think it was out. My
No, I
friend
thought it
actually
was a
got.
pop up. I saw Acuna keep going. I'm like, get out, get out. And I just like
Yeah.
as soon as he hit it, I just had my hands on my head, like, no way. I was telling, I was like, take. This guy's
Yep.
wild. He just threw the first
Actually, yep.
strike. And as soon as I saw him swing, I thought it was a pop out. And then I see the ball keep going. I'm like, this might have a chance. I see it leave, and I'm just in shock. Like,
Yeah,
okay, really,
so my friend actually got my live reaction on video. We were at Buffalo Wild Wings. I was gonna post that actually at the Cubs won, but I'm just gonna delete that now because it doesn't matter. But I had the same thing. I was like, all right, take on 3-0. He obviously had the red light on 3-0 because it was another one down the middle. He hits that one. I didn't react right away just because of like how the wind was so bad that like Hap hit a ball in the second that should have been like 10 rows up, and I don't even think got to the track. And there were just so many. I think Bush had another one. I think even Conforto had one early in the game. And I'm going, that's probably gonna get blown back. And then Acuna's going, dude. I jump up out of my seat. Because the thing is, it's like, it's not like this is some big game. Like, I know to the White Sox, it's like beat the Cubs and show that they're different, I guess. But like, I'm just like, you can't lose a series. I've got my friends over to my left that are White Sox fans. I'm like, they can't lose this game. They tie the game. I'm going crazy. And, they come out in the top of the 10th. Palencia did come in for the ninth. He had a pretty good inning, but he gave up that double. But I
I don't know
mean,
why you don't keep Palencia in there. I mean, he was
I
one
agree.
your closer. He's clutch. He throws over 100. Like He
That's the thing.
was 5 innings. He can go extra innings. He's done that before.
Did
Like
that in
he's done it in
October, and
June.
in very high leverage situations against San Diego. He went multiple innings. I don't know if he would have finished the inning, but I think they should have
Started
started
it at least.
the bunt. I mean, Daniel Palencia versus Edgar Caro. Yeah, he's blowing three fastballs by Edgar Caro. So
Instead of a 90-mile-an-hour fastball right
yeah,
down the middle by a guy that probably might be pitching for the Savannah Bananas next season.
yeah, yeah. So you get into the 10th. I mean, the thing is, it's great that you had the lead, but when you have situations like that, bases loaded, the line's moving, it has to be 9-7, 10-7. Like, obviously, I was happy that they did get a run home,
Got to get more.
which is most important. When you're the road team, you have to get one home. But they got one. I was happy that they at least got one, but like I knew I was like, that's gonna bite them. Like bases loaded, one out, and you can't get anyone home. That's gonna bite you. Um, and then you go to the ninth, or sorry, the 10th, bottom of the 10th, and I'm thinking Trent Thornton. You know, can't
I said the
Rob.
same exact thing. I
I
said,
said Rollison got rocked on Friday. It was the same part of the order too on Friday that Rollison was going to face in the 10th. So I'm thinking, all right, Thornton came in, got out of that jam. I think he went another inning and went one,
he
two,
did.
three.
He looked very good.
He looked very good. So I'm thinking he already has extra innings experience against the Reds. One,
Day
two,
off.
three. He was fired up. So I'm thinking he exactly. He had the day off on Saturday. So I'm thinking, all right, like Trent Thornton win this game. Like honestly, I was like, if he goes in, like he could definitely win this game. It was the middle of the order. And then I see Ryan Rollison. Now, we talked good about Ryan Rollison, but he had a good couple games, and then we've seen what he's done after that. Especially after he faced the same part of the order on Friday and got rocked. So he goes up there, great bunt. I think it was Chase Mijoff.
Benintendi. It was
It was
Benintendi's
Ben
first
Sandy.
pitch, little drag bunt.
He had a really good game today.
It was a terrible call by the umpire. Called him safe
No,
originally.
honestly, I wasn't too mad. Like it was so bang bang. Like Nico was coming late. I honestly don't mind him calling him safe there. It was so bang bang. I mean, obviously they still had the challenge left, so it was. I didn't mind that because obviously they were going to challenge it and he was going to be out. So you get one out runner on third. I'm thinking you're at the sixth spot in the order. They're probably going to tie it, but like this can go into the 11th. So I'm thinking, right? Well, Edgar Carroll comes up. All my friends who are White Sox fans are like, he's awful, which we all know Edgar Carroll was probably like the worst hitter in the
It was
MLB.
running around third, not on first. They got the out at first.
Oh, I meant runner on third. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry. So any other pitch than a 95-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball down the
93
middle.
maybe. 95 is generous.
Yeah. I think it was either 94 or 95. But I mean, any other pitch, and he's going to roll over that. You're probably going to get the second out, and it's going to be 8-8. But I don't understand why you don't put Thornton in and why you throw a 95-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle. It makes no sense. Um, I mean this was completely blown today by Craig Counsell. Um, I don't know what was going through his head. I wish I could have asked him why he went with Rollison instead of Thornton, but it doesn't matter. They lost the game. They lost the series. I mean, this is probably the worst stretch of baseball from the cut. I think this is worse than their 7-9 start, honestly, because they've just like Friday was nice, but like that was only a couple good innings. Saturday, I mean, yesterday was a complete joke. I mean, JMO should have been just thrown out of the basket, thrown BP. And then today, you score 8 runs. Colin Ray was fine. Honestly, you're not always asking for scoreless ball from Colin Ray. He was completely fine. I think he went like 5 1/3, 4 1/3 of
It wasn't
2 run
bad.
ball,
It wasn't
which
bad.
is exactly what you expect from Colin Ray. He went 4 2/3. Oh, okay, he did give up four. He gave up the 2 run bomb. That's right,
Not terrible.
but again, that's fine. Like the game was tied. Like it's whatever. But to put Rollison in there, not to leave. I mean, I don't. I think Milner could have rolled through the eighth. They could have gone Palencia in the ninth. And just I just yeah I don't have any words. Like today was just a complete botch by the Cubs. This was one of those games where like yeah, they scored 9 runs, but like this game was mostly lost by the Cubs. They could have had. I'm not even kidding you. The Cubs could have, and should have scored like 15 runs today.
Yeah, the one thing I disagree with you on is that this game doesn't mean anything. Like, this means a lot. It's the Crosstown Classic. This is the first
Oh
time.
no, no, no! I didn't mean it meant nothing.
I thought you
Did
said
I
that
say that?
earlier.
No, I meant like to the White Sox fans, like this game is like flip the season around. But like this is for me, it's like you got to win this series to get your mojo back. Like it's not like for me, it's like oh, make a statement like how it is for the White Sox. I'm just saying like this is just it's a series that you have to win because it's obviously it's a crosstown classic, but like I didn't mean it meant nothing, but I just meant like compared to them, it's like just win this series, get your mojo back. That's
I
kind of what I
understand
meant.
that, yeah. But I mean, this just means a lot. Like, this is the first time in a couple years that people really looked forward to the Crosstown Classic where both teams were good. Like, there
Mm.
was a stretch the White Sox were really bad, and the Cubs were bad. And then the White Sox were bad again. White Sox hottest, one of the hottest teams in baseball coming into this.
I think the hottest, honestly.
Probably the hottest team coming into baseball. Like, they're playing great ball. They have a Cy Young candidate, Davis Martin. They got Colson Montgomery, Munetaka Murakami, two of the best power left-handed bats in the AL. Like, on the Cubs, you got the most hated but most entertaining for some player in baseball, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Which I gotta say, what did he do? Like, like
He definitely had some choice words.
no, 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 no. I'm saying like, why do people hate him? He did
I don't
nothing.
know. He didn't do anything. I mean, he plays the game. He's cocky, but I think it's just his cockiness is why people don't like him.
Like he literally like it's not like he's over here like oh yeah we're the best like he's out there having fun and he's good at what he does like
I
he's not obviously as good at the plate but like his fielding is so flashy like and the girl that was chirping him like oh you should be in AAA like thinking like could you make that catch no like
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
your average White Sox fan, dude. Like, they're a bunch of losers. I like some of them. Don't get me wrong. I got a lot of buddies who are great guys, White Sox fans, but you got the people from Bridgeport that are just losers. Some White Sox fans, losers. Guarantee that girl can't name five players on the Sox. Just
her boyfriend was a Cubs fan too mind you.
yeah, the Sosa guy was trying to break it up. I saw that, but
Yeah.
I mean, as I was saying, like, you got PCA, you got Alex Bregman. You got all these big names on the Cubs. Then you got Murakami, Colson, Davis Martin. You got all these guys on the Sox. First year, people are really looking forward to it. I think it was $100 for the cheapest ticket to all these games. Like, this
Mhm.
meant a lot, and I don't know for the people that are new to like new players and everything, new to the series, but this is a rivalry. Like, if you didn't see Ian Happ truck Montgomery, like, I guarantee you Montgomery took that personally and wanted to have a series, which he did. And this means a lot, man. Like, Sox fans are gonna be talking about this for the next 2 to 3 months. Hell, maybe even the next 2 to 3 years. Like,
Well, yeah, like what I was gonna say is like today it just hurts so much because it's one of those things that like it's never gonna go away. Like today, like even the series, like just today's game, like they're gonna talk about this like forever because this honestly was one of the best crosstown games ever. And like we are gonna see highlights of this game like forever. And if the Cubs were able to close this one out, it would have been just felt so much better winning a series, winning a tough back and forth game. Like if let's say Thornton's in, he goes 1, 2, 3, and they win in the 10th. Like Conforto's bomb to tie the game, to claw back after you should have won. You gave up the lead, you came back, you won. Like it would have just been such a huge, huge win and it would have felt a million like I would feel great going into this Milwaukee series if they were able to pull this one out. But now I feel like they might get swept. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like it's just the good thing is it's at home and they're very good at home. But yeah, this is just it's so much worse that the fact that they were unable to pull this one out today.
yeah, I guarantee this will go down as a top five Cubs Sox memory for Sox fans. Guarantee that. I mean, just really frustrating. I was pretty pissed off after this. So we'll get into the recap from
Yeah,
yesterday.
apologies for the long intro.
Yeah, I just had to get some thoughts out. Nico grounded out to my draft. Bushy grounded out to my draft. Breggy strikes out. Antonucci gets on a single, which I thought was an error. It was a hard hit ball, but Matt Shaw botched it at second. So I would call it an error. They labeled it as a single. Munetaka Murakami walks, not a competitive at bat whatsoever. And Miguel Vargas with an absolute bomb, 421, 408 off the bat. This was a slider served right down the dick, literally right down the middle. Couldn't be any more perfect of a pitch. Any major league hitters taking this ball out makes it 3-0.
And there's a lot of this from Jameson Taillon this one Saturday.
Yeah, a lot of bat to ball, just right down the plate. Montgomery flies out, Mydrith flies out, Benintendi flies out. Top of the second, Seiya strikes out, Happer strikes out, Conforto flies out. Conforto just missed this ball. He jumped on a first pitch fastball, just missed it. Bottom of the second, Kalnick lines out, great catch by Seiya. Peters flies out, and then Romo grounds out. Top of the third, Matt Shaw lines out, hell of a play by Tristan Peters, lays out, makes the play. Then PCA flies out, Miguel Amaya pops out. Bottom of the third, Antonucci grounds out, and then Munetaka Murakami, home run that barely gets out. This ball was hit to center field, 391, 105 off the bat. I didn't think this ball was getting out, just kept carrying, his 16th on the year. Vargas grounded out, and then Montgomery with an absolute piss missile. 112 off the bat, 442 feet. I mean, bomb. This was right where Montgomery likes it. Inside and low. He just murdered this ball on a 2-0 count, made it 5-0 on the back-to-back homers from Murakami and Montgomery. Mydroth grounded out, top of the fourth. Nico with a single to center field. Then Bushy flies out to Antonacci, just missed this one too. Breggy singles on a weak infield single, and then Romo made an error, so runners moved over, but then Happer strikes out the double, and then Kelnick strikes out, Peters grounds out, Romo strikes out. Top of the fifth, Conforto flies out, Shaw pops out, PCA strikes out. Bottom of the fifth, Antonacci with a single, Murakami with a homer, his second of the game. This ball was pissed on. I mean, 3 homers from the White Sox that were hit over 420 feet. This ball's hit 428, 109 off the bat, just bomb. This ball was a fastball. I mean, saw too much play it again. I mean, it sounded like a broken record. Then Vargas flies out, Montgomery flies out, Mydrith grounds out, and then top of the sixth, Miguel Amaya with a homer to left field. Good ball from Amaya. Nice to see him get his mojo back. 100 miles an hour, 372, cuts it down to a 6-run lead for the White Sox, 7-1. Nico grounds out, Bushy with a single, and then Breggy doubles on a line drive to left field. So you're like,
And
okay.
I got to say real quick for that, like you see the score and it's 8-3. This was a very critical moment in the game because although it's 7-3, if Hap or Seiya is able to knock both of these guys in from second and third, making it a 7-3 game, you put 3 up on Martin, who, I mean, that's a very impressive because he's been so good this year. You probably knock him out of the game. And then their bullpen is not very good, like we were talking about on the show on Friday. You have the potential to sneak back into this game right here. This is a very critical moment with Hap and Suzuki's, your 4 or 5 hitters who are supposed to come up in high leverage situations and give you big hits. Two strikeouts here, but you'll see here later in the recap that they do get a couple rallies going. And if they're able to cash in, they easily could have got this to extra innings.
Yeah, I mean, if Happer or Seiya comes up here, gets the run, say single 2-run score, you're within a slam now. Momentum's completely changed.
And
I
in the
mean,
sixth, still a lot of baseball left.
a lot of baseball left. But then Happer strikes out swinging. I mean, just not a good at bat. It was 2-2, and then he swings at a low sinker that would have been a ball, would have made it a 3-2 count. And then Seiya strikes out. He went chasing really, really bad.
This one was never a strike.
I mean, as much as Seiya had like an okay series, like his approaches were dog shit.
They,
Like
they were off. Like we were talking about this even on Friday. He looked. I mean, he looked lost this weekend.
terrible at bat.
He was like it was terrible.
And then bottom of the sixth, Benintendi with a homer to right field, another bomb. 406, 107 off the bat. And then that'd be it for Jameson Taillon. I mean, why not pull him after the fifth? Like, come on, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't agree. E-Rob comes in the game, strikes out Kelnick. Peters walks and Romo grounds into a double play. Ezert comes into the game for the Sox. Conforto walks. Shaw grounds into a fielder's choice. PCA walks. Amaya with the single. Now you got bases loaded.
Right
One
here, it potentially could be 8-3 right now with the bases loaded.
winning, or excuse me, tying run coming up to the plate with
Yep,
your 1 and 2 hitters, your two guys.
yep.
And then Nico with a weak fly out. Bushy then grounds out. Bottom of the seventh, Antonucci strikes out. Murakami strikes out. Vargas pops out. Top of the eighth, Trevor Rogers comes in. Bregman strikes out. Hat pops out. Suzuki flies out. Bottom of the eighth, Ralston comes in. Works two ground outs on Montgomery and Madroth and strikes out Grichuk. Top of the ninth, Conforto with a leadoff double. Matt Shaw strikes out. And then PCA with the homer, his fifth on the year. 380, 101 off the bat. Nice to see Pete get a home run, but still a little too late. And as you're saying, I mean, if you get those 2 runs in, it's 8-5, and then you have the bases loaded with one out. Completely different game.
Hmm.
And then Amaya flies out, Nico grounds out. That's the ball game, 8-3. Davis Martin gets the win. JMO gets the loss. JMO goes to 2-3. He went 5 innings, 8 hits, 8 runs. All of them were earned, one walk, two strikeouts, and 5 home runs. I mean, that's just batting practice at that point. E-Rob comes in 2 innings, no hits, no runs, one walk, 3 strikeouts. Why don't you throw him today? I mean, shit. I don't think he's given up a run yet. He looks very solid. And
I
Rawlston
know.
goes a clean inning, 1, 2, 3, gets a strikeout. Um, my player of the game, I'll probably go with Miguel Amaya, 2 for 4 with a bomb. So, Ryan, I'll hand it over to you for today's game. I mean, yikes.
Yeah, so it started unbelievable. Like in this first inning, I'm like, oh, they're pissed off from yesterday. Like we're gonna see an ass whooping today. Wish I was correct. Nico leads off the game with a single. Michael Bush, a towering blast. The wind was blowing in 35 feet from right field today. He hit this one 380. This could have hit the back wall of Comiskey if there was no wind. So he makes it 2-0. Breggy singles. Hap goes down looking. Saya then singles. This one again, not a very good approach. He had a good leave on 0-2 though, and then he's able to rip one into in the right. Conforto flies out. I believe this was the one that he. This is when I kind of knew the wind was going to play a huge factor. He put a pretty good ride onto this, and then who was in right field?
Ben Tendi, I believe, maybe.
Yeah, sorry, Benintendi. He was pretty much at the track and then sprinted in like 15, 20 feet to make a catch on this one. And then wild pitch from Eric Fetty makes it 3-0, and then Kelly lines out to end the inning. Bottom of the first, Ray gets the Sox down 1-2-3. Top of the second, PCA flies out, Dansby fouls out. Nico draws a walk and then steals second. Bushy walks, and then Breggy flies out to center. Breggy hit it very well today. Um, and then in the bottom of the second, Colson singles, my draw flies out, Benintendi singles, and then Edgar Carroll singles. Again, just should not be giving up hits to this guy. Tristan Peterson grounds out to second to end the inning. Top of the third, Happer flies out, and then Saya strikes out, who Thumb today was awful. Like I think there was like 13 challenges between both teams. He was god awful. Conforto walks, Kelly doubles. Wish Conforto would have been able to come in, but it just the ball came in too quick. And then PCA lines out. Bottom of the third, Hill strikes out. Antonacci strikes out. Murakami strikes out. Top of the fourth, Dansby singles. Nico walks. Bushy flies out, and then Breggy legs out an infield single, scoring Dansby makes it 4-1, and then Ian grounds into a double play. Just cannot happen in this situation. Bottom of the fourth, Vargas gets hit by a pitch. Colson grounds out to third. Vargas does get to second. My draw fouls out, and then Benintendi rips a double, makes it 4-2. I believe this was the PCA, or no, this was into the left center gap. That was later in the game, but this makes it 4-2. Top of the fifth, Sale grounds out. Conforto singles, Kelly flies out, and then PCA gets hit by a pitch. This one just kind of grazes jersey, and then Dansby strikes out to end the inning. Bottom of the fifth, Peters leads off with a walk. Hill flies out. Antonacci singles. Murakami then grounds into a fielder's choice. I didn't know Murakami had this much legs on him. Like, this was a hard hit ball to second. Nico didn't even bobble it. I mean, he fields it, flips it right to Dansby. Murakami clearly beat this ball out or beat this throw out. And I mean, you see right here, Vargas then doubles, makes it 4-4. Like, he doesn't leg that out. This was the PCA one. But if he doesn't leg that out, the inning is over, and this is a completely different game. But yeah, credit to Murakami there. So Vargas then doubles, ties up the game, and then Colson strikes out to end the inning. Top of the sixth, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the sixth, Benintendi with a one-out single. That's all that comes from that inning. Top of the seventh, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the seventh, Hill grounds out. Grichuk singles. Murakami flies out. Um, Acuna did come in for Grichuk here. He took a bag, then gets to third on a bad throw by Carson Kelly. I thought he was going to be like clearly safe just because of how fast he is. If this was a better throw, it would have been close. He would have been safe, but it just would have been a lot closer than I thought. And then Vargas strikes out to end the inning. So good job by Milner there to get out of the jam. I mean, he should have kept going. Hudson comes in for the Sox. Kelly walks. PCA gets hit by his second pitch of the day. Dansby with a beautiful sac bunt. It was perfect. So, second and third here, one out. You got Nico and Bush, the two guys that I mean, especially Nico, right? He does the job whenever you need him to. He hits a little wonky little pop up to left field. I think with no wind, this is maybe a little deeper, but I still don't think Shaw scores. I mean, it was very shallow. Then Bushy does put a good ride on this, but unfortunately, it was right at Acuna. Bottom of the eighth inning, Colson strikes out to lead off the inning. And then Matten comes in. Don't know why. I mean, he Milner gets a strikeout on Colson, middle of the order. They decide to pull the plug. Mydroth grounds out. Benintendi walks. I think this. I mean, this is where he lost it. You know, it was 2-2, and then he just threw two pretty uncompetitive pitches to walk him. Edgar Caro singles again. This guy should not be getting hits off you. And then Tristan Peters line drive home run to right field. Say was a little shaken up. I think he stepped on the wall, rode his ankle maybe. 7-4 White Sox. Thought this game was over. Top of the ninth, Breggy with a leadoff walk. Happ strikes out, and then Dominguez throws a wild pitch. Seiya reaches first on a bad throw by Vargas. This play has to be made by Murakami though. Like I know he's new to first, but he's got to be able to make this play. This gets by him. So second and third with one out, and then Michael Conforto. Unbelievable job by the kid here. 3-0. I'm saying take this pitch. He does, and then on 3-1. I was like, I think you should take this one too. Like, um, he's been wild. I think his strike to ball ratio was like it was under 50%.
It
I know he's
wasn't good. I mean, I was saying
yeah
take here too.
yeah. So he doesn't take it. But what does he do? He says, "Watch this." Ties up the ball game, 7-7, rips it to center field. One of the hypest moments of the season, honestly. I think I was probably as hype as I was for the PCA two-run shot against Cincinnati. I think it's up there. But 7-7, Cubs tie up the game. Amaya's coming. I mean, I'm thinking use this momentum, take the lead. But Amaya pops out, and then PCA lines out to second. This is another good one. PCA honestly got robbed a couple times. He had some really good hit balls that just were right at guys. Bottom of the ninth, Danny P comes in. Acuna flies out. Murakami doubles. So I was a little worried. Vargas then fouls out. I thought the wind was going to blow this one out of play, but luckily it held up. They intentionally walk Colson, and then Mydroth lines out to left. This one looked like it was going to drop in. I think if the wind was blowing, it would have dropped in. The wind kind of calmed down later in the game, though. So Happer was there. We go to the 10th. I'm like, Pete should swipe it back here. Like, Caro's pop time, not very good. He does. He takes third. Dansby walks. Good AB there. Nico grounds into a fielder's choice. Good job, though, by PCA. So I was pissed that he went because first and third with nobody out should be, you got to read contact. He goes, but the key here is he gets in the rundown because if he just goes, it's first and second. but he's able to get in the rundown. Dansby able to get to third, and then Nico goes to second. So it's the exact same situation pretty much. So it really wasn't that bad. They intentionally walk Bushy, and then Breggy able to do a job, grounds out. No play to the plate. It was just a softly hit ball. Makes it 8-7. So Cubs take the lead. They then walk Happer, and then Seiya strikes out. I mean, just a lot of this. Like he should not be striking out on this pitch. It's a high fastball. Like when you're a power hitter, you get a high fastball. That's you need to put a drive on that. If he put a good swing on this and like he was caught, got robbed or something, like I'm all good with that. But just he strikes out on too many of these pitches that he should be hitting. So bottom of the 10th inning, Rollison for some reason comes in. Benintendi, good bunt here, close play at first. They originally called him save. Cubs challenge it. He's out, and then don't even want to say it. Edgar Caro goes yard. Sox win 9-8. Terrible pitch here is a four seamer 95 down the middle. I mean, it could not get more down the middle than it was. Sox win this ball game 9-8. They go to 24 and 22. Cubs drop to 29 and 18. They are now 11 and 13 on the road. So if it wasn't for their ability to just play unbelievable baseball at Wrigley Field, they would probably not even be in a playoff spot. So they've got to figure out how to win some games on the road. But we'll get into the pitching here. Conray goes 4 2/3, 6 hits, 4 runs. They were all earned, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He threw 83 pitches, 46 of them for strikes. His ERA now at 4.98. Jacob Webb goes an inning and a third, gives up a hit, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. He throws 24 pitches, 18 of them for strikes. He's at a 3.2 ERA. Hobie Milner, an inning and a third, a hit, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He threw 18 pitches, 14 of them for strikes. That jumps out at me too. He threw 18 pitches, 14 of them for strikes. He was rolling, and you take him out for a guy who has not proved anything. He's proved nothing on why he should be in high leverage situations. Phil Maton, 2/3, 2 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned, a walk, a strikeout, or sorry, no strikeouts. Got ahead of myself there. 18 pitches, 11 of them for strikes, now at a 9.49 ERA. Danny P comes in for the ninth, gives up a hit, no runs, a walk, no strikeouts. He throws 14 pitches, 18 of them for strikes. His ERA now at 2 flat. And then Ryan Rollison throws 2 pitches, gives up the bomb to Edgar Caro. Um, I mean, final thoughts on this one. I know we had a little bit of a long intro on it, but just give me your thoughts.
I think we've hit on it enough, honestly. Just terrible, terrible, and more terrible. Really bad managed by Craig Counsell. Phil Maton should not have a job in the MLB tomorrow. Ryan Rolson should not be pitching in big moments. Just a terribly managed game.
Yeah, I agree. Like it's like I'm so upset. Like this is I think this is as mad as I've been after a Cubs game since Game 5 last year.
Yeah. All right. So we'll get into the questions now.
Yeah, and they don't deserve a player of the game here. I know they scored 8 runs, not deserving of a player of the game.
Absolutely not. All right, so if I could put this bullpen into one word, it'd just be dog shit. So, how
Yep.
do you think this bullpen can improve from where they are now? Because I mean, can't really go up from here. They've been so bad. If your name's not Daniel Palencia and Hobie Milner,
I don't know honestly. Like you need. I think the bullpen being good is from the starters. The starters got to go like 6 innings now, and you just have to roll. Hobie Milner, Trent Thornton, Danny P. I honestly that's my only answer because
E-Rob,
all
E-Rob's not been bad.
yeah Erob's been fine. But I just I have no answers. Like they're awful.
I don't know. Like, do you got to call guys up from Iowa? Do you got to look into free agency? Like, what do you got to do?
Well,
Because
that's the thing. It's like I honestly think it's time to make a trade. Honestly, like there's not enough in free agency right now to where you can get a guy that'll really help the team. So I mean I'd have to look into a trade, but like I honestly think it's time to make a trade. Like you're good. You've seen it. You were 27-12. You were 20-3. Like you were 20-3 after your 7-9 start. Like I just think it's time to make a trade because you know you're good.
I agree with that. So I mean, this kind of hits on the next question. They started 7-9, then went 20-3. Now they're 2-6. Like, how do you find some consistency in this group?
I just think the days where you can hit and can't pitch, you can pitch, you can't hit, have to be done. You have to go back to the basic. I just you sound like a broken record. You have to go back to the basics and just do what you were doing on your streak. Like I mean, I'm not asking you to go 20-3 and just keep doing that, but like you've got to go back to the basics. You need better pit. Like you need better you need better pitching. Like I don't know what else to say. You need better pitching.
Yeah, I mean, just boils down to that. But the hitting was dog shit in Atlanta too.
Hmm.
So I mean,
Approaches too. I feel
yeah,
like Saya jumped out, but a lot of other guys just had some pretty shitty approaches.
yeah. It's got to find consistency in a level where you can hit and still pitch. Like,
Hmm.
and then Dansby's hitting 192. I mean, what do you do with that position? As good as his defense is, like he's a liability hitting.
I don't know. I mean, you can't send him down. Obviously, he's just too good of a player to do that. And I just, it's not like he's really even a guy that you can sit down for a couple days. But I just think he cannot. Like his glove is so good. He's just got to get in the cage. He needs to work at bats too. Like he's swinging at a bunch of breaking balls in the dirt. Just a ton of stuff that is just it's not a strike. Was never a strike. So he's got to start working at bats. I would like him to walk a lot more than he does. So I think if he's able to just get on base, get the OPS up, then he'll be fine because he's hitting 9 right now, which is where he should be. But yeah, I mean, it's not a thing where you can really send him down, bench him for a week. But like, he's got to figure it out. Like that's one of those things where it's on him.
Yeah, I mean, if he's hitting like 180 by the trade deadline, I see you call up Jefferson Rojas and let him play, or Pedro Ramirez, one of the two. I don't. I think you let Dan's figure it out for a little bit, but it's been pretty pathetic.
Yeah,
So now we'll take a look at the Brewers series as a 3-game stand. Monday through Wednesday. Game one tomorrow at 6:40. On the bump for the Brewers is Brandon Sproat. He's 1-2 with a 5.75 ERA. And on the mound for the Cubs is Shota. He's 4-3 with a 2.32 ERA. And then Tuesday, 6:40 first pitch. On the bump for the Brewers is the Miz. He's 3-2 with a 2.12 ERA. In his last 7 games, he's a 2.03 ERA. And for the Cubs, it's Ben Brown. He's 1-1 with a 1.6 ERA. And then Wednesday, another night game. On the bump for the Brewers is Kyle Harrison. He's 4-1 with a 2.09 ERA. And for the Cubs, it's Edward Cabrera. He's 3-1 with a 4.06 ERA. What are your keys to beating the Brewers? Because this is a big series. I mean, first looks at the Brewers. I think this is really important.
yeah. So it's that time of the year again where the Brewers are getting hot. They're only a game and a half back. That does play into a lot of the Cubs' struggles, though. They're obviously 2-6 in their last 8. They've lost 3 straight series, but the Brewers are getting hot again. They're a game and a half back. So the winner of this series gets. I mean, if you lose 2 out of 3, obviously you're still half game up, but that depends on what other people do. And like, you're not. If you lose the series, you're not feeling good at all. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna feel good whatsoever, obviously. But I just think it's a must win tomorrow because you don't have an off day to shrug this one off. You go right back in the ball against a really good Brewer team who's right behind you in the standings. You have to win tomorrow. I think they're going to. Showed on the mound. He's been pitching really well. So I think they win tomorrow. But Ben Brown got to step it up. I don't see a way that they win on Tuesday. Like maybe Miz just is bad with his location. You can walk a bunch but I mean he's thrown 104. Like he's unbelievable. And then Wednesday, Cabrera he can't do his 4 run, his 4 run stuff. That's just not going to cut it. I think they're going to lose that game if he does that. So I think the pitching is the key here. The starters have to have their best starts of the season in this series because we've seen the bullpen. They're not good in close games. So I think your starters are going to need I think 6. Either go into the 6 innings, or the 6 innings. Sorry, Imanaga definitely can. tough ass from Ben Brown. I think he'll still probably go 4 or 5, but you're gonna need some better long relief from. I mean, even Erob, Jacob Webb is gonna have to step up. And then Wednesday, like Edward Cabrera needs to be Edward Cabrera.
I agree with
That's
that.
that's honestly it.
I mean, my keys, honestly, starting pitching just needs to be better. I think boils down to that. If you get good starts, I think there's no reason you should lose this series, and it's a big tone setter.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it sucks for the starters because they've been fine that they have to step up and the keys rest on the starters because they've been fine. It's just the bullpen is so bad that like they need to be that much better to pick up their bullpen.
Yes, so now I'll take a look around the MLB. The Rays beat the Marlins 6-3. Taylor Walls with a bases clearing triple. The Orioles beat the Nationals 7-3. Gunnar Henderson 4-hit game. The Phillies beat the Pirates 3-0. Zach Wheeler shut out, 8 strikeouts. The Braves beat the Red Sox 8-1. Austin Riley with a 3-run shot. The Guardians beat the Reds 10-3. Manzardo and Williams with both big days today. The Blue Jays beat the Tigers 4-1. Vladdy with a bomb. Sorry. The Mets beat the Yankees 7-6. Carson Benj with the walk-off. The Rangers beat the Astros 8-0. Nate Eovaldi with 7 scoreless. The Twins beat the Brewers 5-4. Cody Clemens hit an inside the park home run in that one. The Royals beat the Cardinals 2-0. Salvador Perez with a sac fly and a home run. And then the D-backs beat the Rockies 8-6. Corbin Carroll with 2 homers. The Giants beat the Athletics 10-1. Luis Arraez with the bomb in that one. The Dodgers beat the Angels 10-1. Shohei 3-hit day. And then the Padres beat the Mariners 8-3. Giolito with a win in his first game, and Gavin Sheets with a big game. So now we will play the grid and MLB Pickle. Ryan, who do you want to start off with for MLB Pickle?
Let's go with let me think. Aaron Judge. Cubs don't deserve a player today.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Is there bats right-handed, not in the AL? I'm gonna go
It's
Bush.
definitely a big Cubs player. Watch.
I'm just gonna go Michael Bush, see if we get the team. Not a Cubs player.
All right, good,
He's
good.
in the NL. Not so it has to be the NL West. Bats right, throws left. I'm just gonna go. I know it's not. I'm just gonna go Kyle Tucker. I'll go a pitcher. I'm gonna go Emmett Sheehan if he's on here. His first Dodger pitcher. He might not be on here. Or no, he is. I just misspelled the name. Emmett Sheehan. Or just hit the wrong thing. I don't know why my immaculate grid's bugging. All right, NL West. Definitely got that. All right. You want to go Rockies here then?
Yeah, go Rockies. Go Chris Bryant.
Chris Bryant.
Just to get
On the Rockies, it's a starting pitcher.
okay.
So it has to be a left-handed starting pitcher. Is Kyle Freeland still on the Rockies? I think it's worth a guess.
Yeah. He is. Yep.
Well, he's a lefty, so that doesn't work. All right, lefty, righty. Quintana, I know. I don't know if he's a lefty, righty though. Might be. I guess.
Quintana is a lefty righty.
Yeah, that's your
Yeah.
immaculate grid player of the day, Jose Quintana, former Cub. Now we'll play immaculate grid. Cardinals and Brewers.
I've got a couple. Well, I went Arenado for third base. Cardinals. They've got played in the major leagues. So I mean, any Cardinals player ever. I'm gonna try to think of a nasty poll.
All right, let me think about this too.
I'm thinking like 2015 playoff
I'm
series.
gonna go Genesis Cabrera.
Okay, I like that.
Hall of Fame Brewers. I mean,
CC Sabathia.
perfect.
It's good.
And
What percent? What percent there?
13. Brewers,
Yeah.
10 home run season. Let me see. I think Caleb Durbin might have had it last year. Yep, it's a good poll. Third base Hall of Fame. I mean, I'm gonna go Chipper Jones. Third base, 10 plus home run season, Chris Bryant. Played in the major leagues in the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna go Rhino. And then played in the major league 10 home run season. Carson Kelly.
There you go. Oh,
Thanks.
I got one here. Johnny Peralta from the Cardinals,
Ooh,
because he gets my from
all
2015.
right. And then Cardinals and Brewers. I'm trying to think. I feel like we should be able to get this.
My immaculate grid is so slow today.
I'm trying to think of a Cardinals and Brewers player.
It's so hard, like the in division, like.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be honest.
Well, I got 0.1% for Johnny Peralta.
Solid.
There we go.
All right. So the most common answer for that is Colton Wong. It's tough.
Oh,
On that, I feel.
that we could have got that.
Thank you guys for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully, better episodes this week on games to recap. Signing off, Ryan Dunleavy.
Ryan Zelinsky.
See you guys next episode.